Hello, 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 hello. It's Leila here. And today I'm going to talk about structure, how to structure your life. But first, I want to tell you I just got finished. I'm super duper excited. I just got finished. Hey, Mike, so good to see you. Namaste, my friend. I just got finished with a client. Hey, Thomas, we just spent 3 hours together working on her business strategy, on her offerings, on her mindset, on her vision for the next year, on the vacation she's going to take soon. But we just spent, 3 hours together, and one of the things she was talking about a lot was, structure. Hey, Sherry, that was friend. So, oh, it said, "Hey Siri." Whoops, Siri. Apparently, my computer said, "Hey Siri." That's funny. It just popped up. Hey Steve. Oh, I love you guys. Achieve people. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm talking about structure today. One of the things people, talk to me about a lot, and I help people with a lot of my clients, is structure. And I'm pulling out my phone because my calendar, I'll kind of show you real quick, not who's in it or anything, but just so you can see it's pretty full of stuff. And this is pretty much like the rest of the year. Um, and the reason is because I've structured my time based upon what I value. And so I want to ask you, are you structuring your time based upon what you value? And if not, I'm going to give you some ideas. And if so, like give us some ideas. Like let us know what you're doing that's working, because it can't hurt to help, right? It can't hurt to help because we all need some help with structure sometimes. Sometimes we need to be a little bit more fluid. So I'm a business coach and I'm also a body coach. I use the Bowspring Dynamic Posture System, which is fluid, but there's a structure to it. It's a 10-step system to improve your posture, to open up your body, to engage your fascia, your connective tissue, really get out of that old crickety way of living and live an upright and youthful again. That's a system, that's a structure, but there's fluidity within it. You get to move and bounce and spring and have fun. And that's, I really believe that's the way your life should be. It should be structured with some fluidity. And so I'll give you some ideas of what I do and how Mike says makes sense. Yeah, we set our time up based upon what we value in life, what we want to do. So for example, I got back on the train of writing my book, and I really want to get it done. And so I've had to change my timeline around because I value getting my book done now higher than I did before. And so I'm every morning. So I'll give you an example. I have a 6 a.m. accountability call scheduled in every single day, 5 days a week, every single work day. Every day is a work day if it could be, or not be, but 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I have a 6 a.m. call. So I'm up and at it, by 6 a.m. I'm usually up by 4:45-ish or so. My body just wakes up around that time, at the time my body wants to wake up. And then at 6 a.m. I have a call. So usually about that, between that time, it's really a high value of mine to take care of my body, because I believe your vessel, this thing, you're gifted, you came on to this planet Earth, is the most valuable thing that you have, that you own. So give me some hearts if you agree. Give me some hearts if you think your body is one of the most important things you have. Give me some hearts if you're taking care of it. And give me some, I don't know what. Send me a message or something if you're not taking care of it. I'll help you. But so in between 4:45 when I wake up or so, I usually cuddle with my kitty and cuddle with my dog, and drink some lemon water and maybe make some. I'm on decaf coffee now, friends. No more caffeine for this woman. I decided when I went to Michigan afterwards, when I was there actually, I decided to not have caffeine. I got triggered by something that happened, and then I felt like the caffeine made the trigger worse. My heartbeat was kind of going, and I didn't like the way it felt. So I decided I'm done with caffeine forever, and I was just done. And that's kind of how I do things. Now, that's not to say I won't ever have it again. For some reason, it might come into my existence and I'll drink it, whatever. But it's not part of my daily activity. So decaf coffee or some tea or some warm water or something, to just get my digestive system going. And then I run a bath, or I might do a little movement, or I might just kind of like, bebop around and kind of wake up a little bit. And then by the time, so that's, an hour and 15 minutes before my 6 a.m. call. My 6 a.m. call with Elle is my accountability call. It's usually anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, just depending on what we're talking about, if we're planning something, if we've got a lot going on, whatever. And we're colleagues, we're collaborators, we do projects together, we host events together. So sometimes the calls are longer, and we also love each other. We're besties, so we love to talk about all sorts of things in life, and it's really valuable. And so I highly, highly, highly recommend getting an accountability partner in the morning. Like, if you're serious about doing what you say you want to do, why not team up with somebody who's serious about doing what they say they're going to do? And then you're both doing stuff and can celebrate and can help each other and with the hard times, and bounce ideas off of each other and see what resonates and what is just weird and awkward, help each other out. I highly recommend. And here's the deal: if you're a kind of person who's accountable, you'll do this. You'll find another accountable person. You'll find it. If you're not the kind of person who's accountable, who really wants to be held accountable, it'll be hard to find a person. I found somebody right away because I was ready to be accountable. And she was ready too. She was a little scared, right? We were both like 5 days a week. Woo! But I was like, yep, this is, I had one accountability partner 1 day a week. It didn't work out. She didn't show up. And so I want somebody that's even more serious, because I'm serious about this business building thing. Can you tell? Can you tell I love what I do? I love what I do. It's so fun. So I love getting up super early. So here's the deal. Like, I'm going back to the thing. I want to write my book. Do you want to do something? Like, put in the chat, what do you want to get done? Your first online course? You want to start your business? You want to write your book? You want to become a speaker? Right? Get your speech done? Like, what do you want to do? You want to go to Australia with me next year? I'm excited. It's getting the planning starting. So if you want to go to Australia with me next year, give me a message. We're going. We're going. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. So before my 6 a.m. call, I'm actually fitting in writing. I'm writing on my book, which means I need to get a good night's sleep, go to bed at a reasonable time, eat well, no sugars to keep me all sleepy sleepersons. That's what sugar does. Sleepy sleepersons, give you sleepy sleepersons. And get up, still cuddle the cat, still cuddle the dog, still drink the yummy drink in the morning, and then just spend some time, instead of bebopping around, I don't even know what that means, but just kind of not doing a whole lot, or maybe on Facebook, sit down and write, at least for like 15 minutes, half hour ideally. And so I've done that the last couple of days, and it's been wonderful, and it's worked, and I'm seeing progress. It's like, it's happening. It's like you can see the progress. When you see progress, it's like, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's how a book is. It's a little bit of a long thing. And so structure, put it in the calendar. So I have to do my book stuff in the morning, or, I have to schedule it some other time, but I have a business to run, and I've got a lot of stuff going on already. And if I want to get this book done by the end of the year, it's not going to happen in one fell swoop. It's going to happen a little bit over time. And I know that I have like that extra 15 to 30 minutes every single day before my accountability call, before I get started for the day. So I'm structuring it in. I'm writing every single day before the call. And it's very enjoyable because my mind's really clear. Nothing has happened yet in the day. I haven't done, listened to anything, looked at anything. So I'm real fresh, and I can just go through it, get it down, and then I'll go and review it later. Another day. That's for another day. Just getting it all down right now. Get it down and then review it later. Okay, so how do you structure your day for your success? Put it in your calendar. Like, it needs to be a daily. But what does success mean to you? What do you value? Success to me means, what's high on my values is my body, taking care of my body. So I structure it in. I make sure I do things. I take a bath every day. I make sure I'm real sweet to myself. So I take care of my body. That's structured in my day. My business, I make sure my accountability calls in there every day. When my accountability calls in there every day, We talk about what we're going to do for the day. I know exactly what I'm going to do. There's no question. I just do it. And then everything's scheduled in the calendar. Okay. So I highly recommend putting structure into your day and making it every day. Commit to it for like the next 6 months and see what happens. If you don't like structure, you're one of those people like just go with the flow, that's fine. I get it. But if you're not experiencing what you want in the area of life, so say you want to have a better relationship, well, what are you doing to improve on that relationship? Or you want a relationship, maybe you don't have one at all and you want one. What are you doing every day? Like, are you reading a book? Are you listening to a podcast? Are you like journaling? Like, are you communicating? Are you getting out there and, you know, dating? Are you with somebody and saying kind words to them every day? Like, what are the daily things that you're doing to commit to have the success you want in the area of life you want? So you may not care as much about, you know, your body. Whatever. I'm not going to judge you. Like, don't do anything with your body then. Maybe you care more about your mind. Like, I care a lot about my mind. So I'm always going, you'll see me. You see me posting, all checking in here and there, learning about this and that. I love to learn. Like StrengthsFinder 2.0, I'm achiever and learner. I love to achieve. I love to build the business. I love to grow. I love to make shit happen. I've got a whole lot of stuff going on, and I love it. I love all the things that I have going on, and it's a little hard to manage sometimes if I didn't have the structure, the calendar, if I didn't put it in there. You know, everything doesn't always happen. Let me tell you this little secret. Everything doesn't always happen in the order, the time frame you want it to happen. But I guarantee you, if you put it in your calendar and structure it, it will happen. It may not happen as soon. Like, I want my book done yesterday. I start working on it. I'm like, whew, this takes a long time. I'm slow. And that's okay. Because I know that if I just keep at it, it will unfold and it'll be there and it'll be done. So I'm committed to put structure to it. So tell me, what are you committed to? Like, what in your life do you want to grow in or change in? Or, you know, is there some part of your career or your health or your friendships or your body or your family, your wealth? You know, I'm just really curious to know, what in your life would you like more structure? What in your life do you put structure in? You know, I listen to astrology every day in the morning. Same thing. If I fit in at some point, I don't always get it in, but almost always I get it in around my bath time or so. Get some astrology in, so I kind of see what the energy is going on that day. You know, I have certain calls with clients, calls with coaches, certain days of the week, of certain days of the month. And so there's a lot of structure built into my life. And I learned from Maria Andros, you know, she said this a lot. She said, structure gives you freedom. And it really does. It's like, you know, structure in your playtime, even structure in your yoga, structure in your off time. Like, I have to put in my calendar off, or I'll work all the time because I love what I do. So structure, figure out what's important to you. For me, it's taking care of my body, taking care of my business, growing my business, and growing my mind. Really, those are really important. I do spend time with friends and talk to family some, but I don't spend as much time doing that. That's not as high on my value system. And my spiritual practices, I do all that. It used to be a little bit higher on my value system. Now I feel like I just live it all the time. So I don't structure it in. It's just sort of everywhere all the time. Right? So you sort of tap into what's most important to you and what part of your life that you want more success in. And then put more time in your calendar, structure your calendar accordingly, and experience results, experience evidence from the work you put in, from the time you put in, from the energy you put in. You deserve it. You deserve your successes, whatever kind of success you want. If you want success in your business, if you want success in your body, if you want success with money, any kind of thing like that, you want to feel better, send me a message. I might have some ideas for you. Maybe we could work together, maybe not. Either way, I'm here for you. I love you, brothers and sisters. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Namaste, my friend. Take care of yourself. Build some structure in your life. It'll give you freedom.